Thanks for joining me today. This is the One Idea Ahead channel. I'm your host Dash, and we are going over my everyday carry system. I have, for the last, 6 months, been trying to downsize as much as possible while still maintaining the preparedness and capabilities that I'm used to, that I like having with me in case I need to have something. Now, if you see my college everyday carry system, I had a backpack I could throw everything in. That's not so much the case anymore. I don't carry around like some little tote bag in my car or anything like that. This is everything I'll carry in my pockets. Now, I'm hoping maybe you can get some gift ideas out there, or possibly some utilization of these in your system as well. So I'm going to try to do my best to keep this as short as possible, go through the gear, why I've chosen it, and at the end I'll throw in some different options if I have more space, like cargo pants or something like that. Okay, so keeping in mind size and weight, cost, skill set, environment, situation, actual usage, this is what I've developed as my everyday carry system. We'll start over here, and I carry disposable, well, I call these disposable pens, something that I can just give to someone and not really be out more than $1 or something. So that's just handy to have something to write down in case electronics fail and can't take notes there, write on your hand, whatever. Notice I have quite a few redundant items, and that's just to make sure I have them on me. I'm not going off the philosophy 2 is 1, 1 is none. I'm just simply like to have multiple options within that, such as a knife, because a knife is extremely handy, so making sure I at least have one. Okay, so maybe I do follow philosophy, but this is the Victorinox Swiss Army Bantam, and I had a Cadet and I lost it. So I went ahead, this only has one driver on it, one blade, but it's extremely slim, so I thought I'd give it a try. So far I like it. I just throw that right down the bottom of my pocket. Sitting next to it is the Gerber clutch. Now I have the Juice S2, which is larger, but again, I'm trying to downsize as much as possible, and this has been with me many times and come in extreme amounts of usefulness. Pliers, it's the main feature on it. I won't go into depth, but that's the multi-tool. I carry mace with me primarily for the option. I hope never to have to use this. I'd rather run away, call the police, and use this, but at the same time it's there. And it's very slim, so a lot of people are saying that's not even worth carrying. Well, I'll tell you what, you might be right, but at least I have it on me, and it is a possibility. Very close range, very short burst, if a couple seconds, if that. And just keep in mind what you have with you. So I carry that with me because, like I said, I can take it with me and sit beside my wallet and really not take up any more space. You're not going to notice it. So I like carrying this with me. There's all kinds of brands that make this style, so really nothing in particular. OC spray, that's what I look for. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Now, phone, I actually don't, probably 1 or 2 days out of the week I won't have this on me, just because I forget or forgot to charge it, and don't bother carrying it with me if it's no charge to it. So got your phone. My wallet, very standard. I do carry Band-Aids in it. I can't tell you how many times these have come in handy, if not for myself, for other people, especially when you get a cut in an inconvenient place. If you have the money, or keep remembering to, I keep forgetting to buy more, but they actually sell Band-Aids with the little Neosporin in the gauze, so you don't have to worry about that. So these are just standard Band-Aids, but you get the point. My belt. I love this belt. This is the Philmont Scout Ranch pewter buckle, the Cimarron, New Mexico, thing on the back. I love this because it has sentimental reason. I've been to Philmont twice, and I loved every minute of it. I would love to go back. But this is just maybe a discussion piece if someone notices it. I'd love to talk about that. So that's that. iPod Original. This is the first generation, 8 GB, and I take a lot of notes on here, maybe like grocery lists, also my calendar, keeping work schedule and all that. And music. If I'm listening to music, if I know when I have a lot of downtime, I'll throw my headphones in here, and but usually I just carry this without the headphones. So knife. This is just a representation. I have plenty to choose from, and towards the end of this I'll go through I guess I'll throw these two together or another pair. So we're just going to go through these. But this is the Kershaw Leak, the rainbow finish. I love this type of finish on things. I first noticed that way back when I was a kid, when I saw a car with the exhaust tip burnt and blue, and I just ever since been fascinated with that coloration process. So anyways, excuse me, sorry. Okay, keys. I have a few things on here. I've downsized a bunch just because it got too bulky. So this is as small and scaled down as I can get this. You notice I have a couple S-beaners on here. I believe they're size 0. One, and they go like 1 to 5, and 5 being the largest. Just clips on there so you don't have all that weight on your ignition. Or if I'm riding my bike on scratching up your triple tree, so or motorcycle. I always say bike. And then if I go running, I have this style, and it just turns off. I can get another one, just haven't bothered. So I just take this key with me. I don't have to take all my keys when I go jogging. I got your discount cards, keyless entry. Oh, this one's neat. This is the Pico Widgie Bar. I think I said that right. Main use for this is a pry bar. I secondarily use it for opening packages, just so I don't get that gunk from the tape on my knives. That corner's fair enough sharp, and if you think it's too sharp, they do sell Kydex sheaths for it. So there's a little out of my price range to do that, but this, I don't know, I think it's like under 10 bucks. You can get titanium even, so it won't rust up on you like this one's starting to. What else? This is the peanut lighter. I'll show you that real quick. I don't smoke, but I know having a light on you is extremely handy for maybe melting a string down so you don't have to cut it. Be a little bit better approach to it. So just having that. This is probably the most vital of all my gear, and this is, there's Bear aspirin in here, and this is for someone to chew if they're having a heart attack. Hopefully they can make it through. That's what's in there. Very small, very compact, hardly any weight and size. And oh, skipped a couple things. Streamlight, Nanolight, the micro stream, I think. It's bright enough to see what you drop. See what's you know, in your car at night. Maybe looking a couple feet, no more. But honestly, having this with you is extremely handy because it's so small. It takes a very little space. You know, size and weight constraints. This is about as small as you can get something and still be effective. I don't like those button lights because they tend to work when you don't want them to in your pocket and you press up against something, or you know. And the last thing. I kind of go back and forth between this and the Victorinox Classic. The main reason I carry this is for the scissors. So both have scissors, and you might be saying, okay, but that they have tweezers on it. Well, aha, Leatherman has thought of it. Let's see if I can get it out. This has tweezers as well. So very efficient tool. Check it out. It's the Leatherman style. And now you notice, well, maybe you didn't notice, but all these items, with the exception of maybe the electronics, and occasionally I might put a nicer knife in here, and this is a fairly nice knife for my consideration. I wouldn't say it's disposable, but all these things, if I lost it, if they broke, if I damaged it while using it, I wouldn't be torn about it. They're fairly affordable. I'm not really going to damage my belt, but you get the idea. So that's something I consider my everyday carry items, is buying the quality to make them effective. But try not to go overboard with that. Like, you know, this was, like I said, this is an exception with the coating. I think I paid close to $75 when I got it, because the first month they came out with this, I bought it. So you can get it much cheaper these days. But, you know, that sort of thing. Okay, now if I have more space, I will try to fit this like in a cargo pocket. Now, I'll show you, there's a couple smaller versions of these, and I'm looking to get one, and that will kind of change how I set this up. But nonetheless, if I were carrying this, this has my Pepper Blaster from Kimber, version 2 maybe, yeah, Pepper Blaster 2. And I like this because you don't have to worry about the spray back because it's shooting out so fast. It's kind of like a gel almost. You can see someone using this on YouTube, just search it. But anyway, so if I'm carrying this, I obviously won't be carrying that with me. That'll stay back. Speaking of, there it is. The Swiss Army Victorinox Classic also has scissors. Now this one, you see, doesn't have the tweezers. I just bought this one, so it's going to replace this one because the other one, the plastic broke. I had those clear translucent versions. I don't like those anymore. They always break on me. The hard plastic, like this, those never break, so go figure. Alright, what else do I have in here? I have Streamlight Stylus Pro. I can't afford the Preon 2, but they also make this is 2 AAAs, they make a 1 AAA version, so if that's too long. I have it on here because I found the pocket clip works excellent, but I found that keeping it in my pocket, it makes, you know, it gets pretty scratched up set next to my keys, and if I put it on the other side, then my knife's there, and I just found that generally, my lighting uses, or lighting needs, this is fine. Just real quick on off. This is, I wouldn't say overkill, but this is extremely useful when you need it. So this is, like I said, extra carry, greater capabilities, but also at the cost of greater weight and more bulk. Another backup knife, San Remo model, I think I said that right, model 605. I love this knife. Very inexpensive, like $12 I think. You can used to find it on EDC Depot. I think all they sell is the Tonto version now. Why can't that go in? So that's a backup that I maybe wouldn't carry this instead with if I was carrying this with me. So a couple more things and that's it. We have a little whistle, just for signaling or distress, whatever. And this is awesome. This is the Fisher Space Pen. So if you're ever in space, you'll be prepared. No, actually, it is nice though. Very slim, light, convenient, and it will work. It's not gonna like dry up on you or anything. Always gonna work for you. So that's that. And now I'm gonna put this out there because I've been saving up for it for the last, gosh, 6-7 months now, and I still don't have enough to purchase it. But I'm gonna get a real version of one of these. Not this one, not the Beretta. I'm looking into a Smith & Wesson M&P 9C, and I've handled one. I didn't like the laser grip version, but if I can get the regular version, I'm going to try to get that. And the reason why I haven't purchased one yet is I keep buying the ammo. I keep buying, I just purchased the holster. I've been buying all the accessories. I mean, I already have the cleaning kit for my other weapons, but they're firearms, but the whole point is I'm preparing for everything else, and then when I finally get it, I'll be ready to go. I don't have to wait, save up some more for ammo, anything like that. So I'll have that, and hopefully we'll see the real deal in my next video, but just kind of show that there. Okay, so that is what I will be carrying with me on a daily basis. Have been. That's pretty much what's been refined to. Oh, watch. Sterling, what's it called? These STUHRLING, in case you didn't know how to spell it. I didn't either. And it's the Tuskegee. It's an automatic watch, so I tend to wear it every day so it doesn't go bad on me. And I've got my funny 4 eyes glasses on, so gotta have those on too so I can see what I'm doing. Alright, if I'm just kind of deciding to change things up a bit, I have a bunch of backup knives, if you will, that I just throw in. I don't mind getting scratched up in with my keys, but it's there. This is the Kissing Cranes, because it's got the 2 cranes there. It's the toothpick knife. Again, about affordable, about $10 or $12 off eBay. A lot of this stuff I buy off eBay, because there's a lot of selection. You can actually see it, rather than, I don't know, availability and all that. This is one of the most expensive knives I've purchased. It's the Almar Hawk Ultralight. And I haven't carried this yet because I'm waiting on the smaller version of the micro or mini pocket organizers. They have them now, so I'm going to go and get one. Because this elastic, I can't really slide it in there. I don't want to get scratched up too bad, but I do want to carry this as a backup. So maybe this wouldn't be used, this would. So, anyways. And I think that's, well, yeah, that's pretty much it for backup blades. Keychain knives, I've had dozens. We'll just show you a couple. This is the Bird, what is this called? This is the Bird Finch. Love this because you have a lot of grip for such a small knife. The SOG Micron Tonto. They make a 2.0 version. It's a little bit longer. Very slim though, that's why I like this one. I used that for a while. And I've never used this, but it's basically the same thing. It's the Spyderco Bug. Stainless steel. It's a little bit thicker than the SOG. Kind of show you. There you go. So, but nonetheless, very small keychain knife and very inexpensive. This is the what was this? This is the Frost Cutlery, so it's very, very cheap, like $1 or $2. June Bug. And I like about this is it's a fairly stout blade for its size. And it's got a liner lock, so that's pretty cool. You notice I did detach the rubber band. The retention has since gone, so I do that so it doesn't poke me. So that's also kind of why I stopped carrying that, but it's still a good knife for, you know, a couple dollars. And I think that's it. At one point I was carrying this, the IMCO Triplex 6700 Super Lighter, or Super Triplex, and it's just too big, so I got the keychain. Alright, dwindling down to the last couple things. If I ever want to carry fixed blade, this is about as big as I go. I'm not a fixed blade fan because for carrying with you, I'd rather just have a bigger folder. But this is the Foltz Minimalist. They have a couple different blade styles. Decent. I like the sheath. Honestly, I like the sheath just as much as I do the knife because it has very good retention. You have a very nice belt clip there, and it's very sturdy. So throw that in there. And what else? Okay, I'm going to show a couple knife options. Now, today I had the Kershaw Leak with me. Yesterday I had the SOG Flash 1. The day before that, I decided to take the Rat 1 with me. The day before that, I had the Delica 4. You get the point. I really don't have any particular knife that I decide, okay, today I'm going to have heavier use of knife, I'm going to take a bigger knife. And that's, honestly, I have a bunch to choose from, and I just choose something that's going to be affordable, so in case I lose it by accident, it's not going to be out a huge amount, and something that I enjoy. So there's a couple. Let's throw one more in here. The Kershaw Chill. I love this because it's such a slim blade, but fairly long for its size and weight and all that. So, oh, why not? We're at it. Benchmade Mini Griptilium. I think it's the 556. So, alright, we're going to keep going since we're at it. If I want a bigger knife, the Spyderco Endura. Show you kind of side by side real quick. You can see a much larger blade, but this doesn't get used much simply because it is a larger blade. I'll take the Rat 1 just because I like it more. Because it's more affordable, that's the main reason. I like this because it's more precise, but I will tend not likely to take it with me because of expense. This is a rather unique blade, and it kind of goes off the style. Like I said, I love this finish on it. The McGinnis Tuition by CRKT. If you look on this side, it's got that same metallic finish to it. A rainbow effect, I call it. And this side's green because it has green micarta scales, so I really like this idea. And he came out with another one, or came out at the same time. Notice it? I'm not sure if you can see it, but this is the Premonition. It's going to be hard. But hold on, we've got... See? Came prepared today. Now the problem is getting it so you can see it. Okay. You'll have to trust me, the inside is actually like a blue metallic on the liner. So, again, it's a neat knife. And, two more. How about that? Kershaw Skyline. Really fast deployment. Good texture on the handle. And, almost cut myself there. Hard to do on camera. Alright, last knife. Kershaw Zing. I love it just because of the difference, and orange is an awesome color. So, that's it for everyday carry knives. Now, if I have a larger need for a knife, or I need a larger knife, really the only one I'd have, other than the Endura, AK-47, the larger version, or the normal, I guess, cold steel. I don't carry this often because it ruins anything you wear. I need to sand underneath the pocket clip, so it's a little bit easier to use. So, other than that, Great knife. But I really like talking about this stuff, as you can tell, and there's a lot that goes into the decision. I guess one more thing before I close up. Talk about multi-tools real briefly. I believe I mentioned the Juice S2 being a little bit too big. These are I actually carry this SOG multi-tool. Here, I'll show you real quick. The power lock with the, I guess, the geared pliers for more leverage. I carry this for every day for a month, and I only used it twice, and then I went back to my normal Gerber and the clutch, and I use this almost like every other day. So it's kind of ironic how that worked out, but you know, it's just convenience. This is the Bird Harp, and it just goes to what, you know, generally speaking, I don't need this much ability for like a screwdriver, something with that long of a reach. It's awesome to have, but at the same time, I'm not willing to carry this much bulk and weight for that kind of use when I'm not going to be using it every day. So if I'm going to be putting something together at work, or you know, maybe have a greater need for it, I'll carry those. But just thought I want to mention that before I close up. So leave a comment if you got questions or just want to say hey, and thumb the video so I know how I'm doing. And if you want to see more of these, stop by my channel, hit subscribe if you're interested. I'll be doing plenty of gear reviews and outdoor explorations, and I'll jump on my motorcycle and record that every now and again. So thanks for watching. This is Dash signing off. I appreciate your viewership and your time. Peace.